for rearing us, for
and that's
grooming
final.
us, for telling us what it is about life and giving us focus. It's a beautiful day to appreciate your mothers. So please kindly appreciate your mothers wherever you are.
It's done.
Obviously, service today was dedicated to
when
them.
Can you start?
So it's a beautiful Sunday in the city of Lagos, and obviously on the political spotlight, we get to discuss topical issues across Nigeria's social, economic, and political landscape. On the political scene is basically what the political spotlight will be hammering on. We're going to be shedding quite incisive details on what is going on within this political sphere, and a lot actually is happening. We do know, for example, that the 2027 elections are coming up, and a lot of strategy is actually ongoing. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu said the game is a game. He doesn't see anything wrong with the Electoral Act because majority carries the vote. And being someone who is a true Democrat, he believes that as a true Democrat, obviously it is what the majority decides that it is what he will do. So he doesn't understand the reason why some people, he's making reference to the opposition, are crying out loud. Because according to him, he has done nothing wrong. He wasn't part of it. He did not induce anything. The National Assembly did their thing. Majority carried the vote, and he signed the Electoral Act. So it's the game. Once you're winning in the game, it's actually sweet. So if you want to be part of the race, play the race as best as you can and let the winner go home. So right now, the All Progressives Congress seems to be winning it, and obviously it is sweet. That's what the president said. So yeah, opposition, get your bum off the chair or off the bench and start working. Let me tell you, mobilization has begun. Campaign don't start under the guise of renewed what do you call it, City Boy movement tour. Hey, you would never see something. You guys, let me tell you the truth. INEC has a timetable. Campaign is not even meant to commence now, for real. But the APC has commenced campaign.
That's all
the
for this
City Boy movement tour has commenced. I don't know what the village boys are waiting for. I don't know when it's going to take them time. But hey, the ADC is preparing for its primaries, which will be coming up sometime in April. But just hold on. Let me start off with this. Join us on YouTube. We're currently streaming live on VOP 903 FM, so you can virtually be part of the conversation this evening. So you know that Nigeria's political landscape is highly tense at this moment, dominated by the obvious political party, the All Progressives Congress, controlling about 31 out of 36 states. And we're hearing that very soon, Bala Mohammed, the governor of Bauchi State, will join the All Progressives Congress. Interested, whatever soup they are cooking, whatever ingredients they are putting, I would say that the APC seems to be attracting all the opposition members. Now, this has weakened opposition ahead of the 2027 elections. President Tinubu's administration is pushing critical economic reforms, including obviously the fuel subsidy removal, while they are grappling with insecurity, severe inflation, public dissatisfaction, and restrictions on certain activities. Now, the All Progressives Congress holds a dominant position in both the executive, legislative branches, creating a challenging environment for opposition parties. There are even talks that the APC has a major hand in controlling the judiciary. President Tinubu's administration has initiated significant reforms on paper, such as removing fuel subsidy, unifying exchange rates, which has caused economic strain and public hardship, widespread insecurity, which includes kidnapping, also militancy, farmer-header conflicts under the guise of farmer-headed conflict, genocide persisting across the country, while state security actually face criticism for right abuses. Political maneuvering for the 2027 elections is already underway, with the northern region support considered pivotal. The government has been accused of tightening space for free speech and harassing specifically opposition, especially where they intend to gather and go about their businesses or even activities. Any state controlled by the APC does not allow the opposition to stay. Critics have said that was basically the method Bola Ahmed Tinubu used when he was the Lagos state governor. Opposition was not given any opportunity to breathe. Is that true? We'll be looking into that in the course of the conversation this evening. The political climate remains, therefore, a precarious mix of aggressive economic policy implementation, entrenched structural challenges, and the intense pursuit of power leading up to the next electoral cycle. So let me start off with the obvious that happened on Saturday. The political empowerment program organized by the City Boys movement in Owerri State ended in confusion just yesterday after a large crowd surged into the venue, carried away items meant for distribution. You guys, Imo State, you guys don't have class? Really? You people would not strategically place yourself, eh? There's what they call courage. There was a woman woman that just finished the interview, the woman, and she was praising the president, praising what he's been able to put together, how he's been able to put stuff together. You know, they were so happy. And I don't know if this poor woman was able to carry her fridge. If you see the items this city boy movement put together, chest freezers, grinding machines, sewing machines. Oh, Chineke. Now, wow, but it would have been lovely some of these things had commenced possibly last year. Let it not seem as if it's because, you know, elections are coming up. It's something that would have been used as the name implies, empowerment initiatives. The City Boy says it's an empowerment initiative, basically, for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu across the 5 southeastern states. Obviously, they started off in Owerri, Imo State. You know that the president has been giving up the IFTA relief packages across all the regions. So when the City Boy movement, that is Obi Cubana Chief Priest and all the likes, I think they decided to start off in Imo State. So the southwest, the north central, their own City Boy movement is coming. It's region by region, and it's massive. You need to see what the items are. Money, Egodi. They say money na water, and that's basically what the City Boy movement have been displaying. Money na water display, and they're very, very proud of it. They're displaying it, and they're not sending anybody papa if you need money. Join the City Boy training if you want to enjoy the money, right? However, it actually got so interesting when the program, which was designed to empower youth and small business owners, drew a huge number of participants. The situation changed when the crowd suddenly rushed the distribution area, leading to a scramble for the items that had been arranged for beneficiaries. Videos later surfaced on social media showing dozens of young people pushing towards the distribution point as the program struggled to continue. In the footage, people could be seen grabbing various items while organizers and security personnel attempted to restore order. But before then, let's take a listen to this. The Friday before the items were distributed on the field, before the residents came in, their large numbers to supposedly carry these items. Let's take a listen to Cubana Chief Priest.
I'm going, I'm leaving. Are you going to track that to the school? Is it not the same school that you and respect? I respect myself. I'm not going to enter so that you'll be talking to me anyhow. For what now?
Mama, allow this poor urchin now. She's used to suffering. Let her check. We'll just meet up.
The way he's talking to me, you can hear it.
Let her because of in front.
Mama, it's because of you. I don't beg for all these kind of things. You know how many people are begging to give me this?
To enjoy your wedding to the fullest.
That's owner's corner. That is owner's corner. What are you doing? Mama, this is owner's corner now. So I will not be driving, and then she'll be sitting at the back like she's the owner.
See you later, Mama. Bye-bye, Mama.
I'm not her driver. You see what is the stopping me?
My in-law,
no problem.
my brother, most
problem.
of you don't know that she is marrying an Igbo girl.
No problem. It's all right.
They will not tell you that because they want to take him away from us.
Let's go.
But we have taken our brother back completely. Because this is a guy who has always made us understand that we are one regardless of where we come from. And today he has proved it. Tomorrow he will still do it again. We love you, Sheikh Tinubu. And what we have shown you today in abundance is nothing but love. And that is what we expect in return.
And the coastal countries, we are suffering a lot as a result of that.
Sierra Leone is intensifying its diplomatic and security outreach to Mali, Burkina Faso and Niger to foster renewed cooperation.
President Julius Maada Bio's military tasked with civilian credibility, but with economic challenges back at home, how can he manage to foster this cooperation?
In order to be able to ensure that this is credible, like the discussion is credible, then there will still need to be real-world results in our country.
Sahel juntas have failed to curb jihadist violence, with 165% surge in civilian casualties and spillover refugee flows burdening its neighbors.
Sierra Leone itself is facing the pinch of Sahel chaos with illicit arms, fuel, smuggling and drug routes soaring.
All this issue of drug trafficking we are seeing in the coastal countries as a result of the lack of state strong state system and security in the Sahel.
There's also cracks between Sahel states and ECOWAS that have continued to widen. So how is...
ST, and I know you're going to reply in 1,000-fold. In my life, you have made a very bold statement by taking me to the villa to meet your father, the president of this country. See, as my enemies see that picture, they run away. He did it out of love because at the past election, I did not support Ashwaju. I had to be an Igbo boy. I had to do some careless mistakes. But they say first fool, no be fool. Now second fool be proper. Politics is a game. It's a game. And it's a game that you would love to win. We don't want to lose again. And we will never waste our votes again. Mohammed Tinubu is love. The Imo we have today is the best Imo we have ever seen. Governor Hope Uzodinma has done all these marvelous things for us in Imo because he was able to partner with the government at the center instead of fighting. So that is the same strategy. Me, my boss, my brothers have decided to apply. We will partner with you and you will not push us away. What we have given, you are Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You took me to him. My brother, we will partner with you. We will do everything possible. Look at what we've done in just an interval of 4 weeks that will join this movement. Everybody here is a city boy. And we are not going to be confused again because we know the game plan, partnership, collaboration, and that we have shown you, brother. Do it for us the same way you have been doing it before. Aswaju is working and he will finish his work. Nobody has the capacity to take him away. Because chief priest is promoting him.
I'm not speaking.
All right, yeah, there you have it, the City Boy movement comment. But hey, this was before, the residents in that place carted away most of the items that were brought in. And like I told you, several items were brought in for the women and entrepreneurs to supposedly support their businesses. So this is the City Boy movement which has commenced because there was a controversy across social media that the politicians, as the APC guys, went and started off from the southeast with chest freezers, sewing machines and grinding machines, while in the south and the north they were giving them rice and all of that. Well, please let me kindly educate you before you guys start putting in different connotation. That package is a different package. That's the iftar, the Ramadan, or the fasting package. This one now that you see Sheyi Tinubu and his family, because the wife was inspecting everything, and the City Boy movement, they're doing it region by region. So Obi Kubana, Chief Priest and the likes, they started off in the southeast, obviously the 5 states. Then maybe the next state, the next region, maybe the southwest or the north central, depending. But they're doing it region by region. And like I said, campaign has started. So in that regard, it's not surprising to hear a lot of persons make the statement they made as regards what transpired, or as regards the situation on ground concerning, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu already beginning with his campaign. Meanwhile, in Northern Islamic cleric Sheikh Sanusi Khalil has alleged that Nigeria's ruling party, the All Progressives Congress, has set aside a large sum of money to mobilize support ahead of the 2027 presidential election. The cleric made the claim in a video that has been circulating widely on social media. In the footage, he accused the party of planning to channel huge funds to religious and traditional leaders in northern Nigeria to influence political support in the coming election cycle. And I'm wondering precisely how did that happen? 500 million? That's almost $1 billion. So are they giving it to 500 billion? No, not even 500 million. So my question is, are they giving it to one particular person, like one individual? one imam or one sheikh, or it's a collective of all the traditional leaders, to get some kind of support for the APC ahead of 2027. Like I said, campaigns have begun. It's not left for us to decide exactly how we want to go about this. I want us to take a very brief listen to the sheikh, because he spoke in Hausa. I would interpret for you. So let's take a listen to this.
Biliyan 500 miliyan sau dubu biliyan 500. Biliyan 500 miliyan sau dubu sau nawa? Sau 500. Lafiya? To, akwai kuɗi biliyan 500. Wuce biyar? Yayi? Biliyan 500, kar mu karasa wannan. Ko ba wani sai gobe? A karasa shi yau insha Allah. Saboda goban ta Allah ce. Biliyan 500.
Actually saying is that the APC has budgeted 500 billion naira to mobilize Malems and traditional rulers in the north to campaign for them in the 2027 presidential election. They invited me to join the campaign and the project, but he rejected the offer and warned them never to bring such to him. He's using the opportunity to tell other Islamic clerics that they should not sell their conscience, and they should not be maligned with religion to sell their conscience. They should try as much as possible to preach goodwill and allow the people to decide whom they intend to, rule them. Like I said, a lot is actually going to happen in this political space. Meanwhile, as you do know, the ADC has commenced, have released a timetable, like a schedule for their primaries, the 2027 primary elections. There is an update, basically schedule of activities for them, for nationwide congresses, for ward, local government area, state elections, national convention of the African Democratic Congress. For polling unit and ward congresses, the events will be on the 7th of April 2026. Conduct of local government area congresses and election of one-man delegate to the national convention 6. Conduct of senatorial and state congresses 11th of April 2026, and national convention where they will eventually possibly choose who would be the party's flag bearer is on the 14th of April 2026. Now here is the situation. Based on the registration currently being taking place by some of the ADC members, we heard that the northern delegates, the northerners, are actually the ones right now leading in the registration drive for the e-membership registration into the ADC. So in other words, it may seem that with how this is going, if they're going to be doing it free and fair, as they said, insisting there is no zoning, because Kenneth Okonkwo was interviewed on one of the Monitor television programs, I think on Saturday or Friday morning thereabout, where these questions were asked, and he said that there is no zoning. They're not going to do that. Where was the consideration for zoning during the time of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan? Yes. So he says there's no zoning, and they want true leadership. They want everything to be democratically done and not like how things are done in the All Progressives Congress. And he says if there's a free and fair election, that the APC will definitely not win these elections. We're having a lot of persons decampaign from Labour Party to APC, PDP to ADC and APC. It's a whole lot actually taking place in that sphere. But Kenneth Okonkwo is saying that they're not zoning. So right now, there are talks that Atiku and Peter Obi may actually not run, but Goodluck Ebele Jonathan may be chosen as a presidential candidate. The question is that how true is that? Because everything is still being hush. There are talks that if the drive is drawing close, to ensure that certain members or supporters of the party don't decline in going about a collective support for anyone who eventually picks up the presidential ticket. That is, if it is Atiku, some obedience may say, you know what, let Tinubu continue. If it is Peter Obi, some of the articulates may say, well, I don't think so. And they may even use the opportunity to support the APC or work against the ADC in supporting the APC. Again, it's the game. You had the president say, it's the game, it's politics. That's how they go about it. Nothing personal. Anything you can apply to win, you win it. Will include cunning, manipulation, lies, hypocrisy. Anything you can imagine is basically what's going to take place in this political space. However, concerning the defection of some political party members to the ADC, that of Abaribe is where there is a question mark. Adams Oshomole, Godswill Akpabio, and a host of other senators are insisting that there is nothing wrong in ABGA that would warrant Senator Abaribe to want to leave ABGA to the ADC. But Kenneth Okonkwo has this to say by taking us back memory lane in the aspect of Godswill Akpabio when he led the People's Democratic Party to join the All Progressives Congress. I'd like us to take a listen to Kenneth Okonkwo here.
Speaking in everything that he's doing. Let me take you down to memory lane. In August 8, 2018, Senator Godswill Akpabio defected from PDP to APC. And when there was a case against him, because there was no division in PDP then, when there was a case against him to vacate his seat, he went to the Federal High Court under Justice Okon Abang and presented a letter of expulsion from his ward chairman, Ntiedo Osoro, that they expelled him. And having expelled him, that he has the right by freedom of association, Section 40, to join another political party. And the Federal High Court agreed with him that Section 68 1G would not affect any member of the National Assembly that changes his party and joins another one because he was expelled. And of course, it was a lie because the public secretary of PDP then in Akwa Ibom, Inni Ememobong, said that Akpabio conspired with the ward chairman, telling transparent lie, shamelessly, to illegally issue him the letter. That PDP did not expel him. But yet, the court accepted, since there was evidence of expulsion. This same Akpabio, sitting as Senate President, is questioning Senator Abaribe, who was expelled by APGA and joined ADC. Akpabio should know, we've had it enough. Even by the precedent APC has set for himself, for themselves, by Akpabio, they can't even keep the precedent. The law is settled because there has been a judicial interpretation that if a party expels you, Section 68(1)G will not operate against you because declaring your seat vacant when you are expelled is preventing you from exercising your freedom of association. And let me note again, Honorable Ikweche Alex Mascot of the House of Representatives, a member of APGA, defected to APC, giving no reason that we even know. Nobody troubled him. Nobody harassed him. Enough of this intimidation and manipulation by Senator Akpabio that his party then, PDP, described as transparent liar and shameless manipulator. So please, all our senators and members of the House of Representatives and members of the House of Assembly coming into ADC, they should be allowed to rest. Members have defected from all political parties to APC. If their sins are forgiven, and let everybody keep quiet. We've had enough. Enough is enough for Akpabio, the shameless liar. By in the MMO bomb, not my words. And of course, you can see that APC has even shown itself the world round that they are transparent liars. You saw what their presidential spokesperson did. Yes.
Pardon me, I'm going to have to ask.
If anybody wins through righteousness, through democratic principles in a democracy, I will applaud the person. But you want to believe the speech of a president that told you openly that his own method is to snatch power by force, to grab it, to fight for it and run away with it? And you're believing him? Transparent lie. He's trying to say he's following democratic principles. El Rufai is still in detention. 48 hours is what a government has to keep anybody in detention without granting him bail. No, you don't have that power. And you don't have the power, according to Supreme Court judgment, to keep somebody in detention and pretend you are investigating. No. The whole idea of arrest is that you have concluded your investigation and you have found the person culpable for any crime you are alleging he committed. That somebody said anything does not give you the right to go and arrest somebody. Because in criminal proceeding, it is the duty of the prosecution to prove the guilt of the suspect, not the suspect to defend his innocence. So please, the first thing he should do is to release El Rufai. And we're not saying he should not face trial. No. But his fundamental human rights should be guaranteed. And we believe that he is being maltreated, he is being persecuted because he has joined APC. And we are not exculpating anybody, but it is the court of law that should decide, not the gulag of President Tinubu. And for now, he is using his authority as the commander-in-chief to use the instrumentality of the anti-corruption in quotes, because I wonder whether there is any commission fighting corruption in Tinubu's regime.
Mr. Okonkwo, if I may come in, my apologies. Are you alleging that the president has a hand in what is going on with Nasser El-Rufai? He's the president. ICPC, EFCC, DSS, they are agencies of government. They have their thing to do. How is the president involved in this?
Well, he just said agencies of government. Whose government? Whose regime? He is the head, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. And so anything the agencies are doing, the buck stops at his table. That's why I'm not saying that El Rufai should not be tried by the courts. The court is the only power that has the power to deliver judgment.
So based on Kenneth Okonkwo's explanation, does the National Assembly headed by Godswill Akpabio have the right to demand for Abaribe's seat to be declared vacant if he's able to present a letter of his sack? Because according to Abaribe, he says he's been sacked by the APGA, that is the All Progressives Grand Alliance, the political party that he wants to defect from. He's saying he was sacked since last year, 2025, I think October 2025. So, well, it's now left for the APGA chairman to present a letter of sack, which should be grounds for him to defect to the ADC. But the big question is, what if the chairman of APGA does not release any letter? That's a big question, because according to what Kenneth Okonkwo said, that when Godswill Akpabio was in the PDP, he liaised with the chairman to present a letter like he was possibly expelled from the party, even when the party disclosed that he wasn't expelled. So whichever case, so long as you're able to present evidence that you were sacked or you were expelled, that means that if Abaribe doesn't think carefully, he may either choose to remain in the political party he belongs to, which is APGA, or willingly allows his seat to be declared vacant while INEC conducts an election for that constituency. But you cannot be in the Senate, you cannot occupy any position in government if you are not in a political party. So right now, he's between a deep blue sea and a very huge rock. But we'll see how that goes. Questions now were asked by Nigerians was that, what if he was defecting to the APC? Would anyone ask questions? Will anyone say anything? Bala Mohammed of the People's Democratic Party, which we actually thought was going to stay on with the Seyi Makinde faction, has decided to defect to the All Progressives Congress. So right now, you only have Governor Seyi Makinde in the PDP. And as it stands, members of the Reconciliation Committee from the camps of the People's Democratic Party, governors and the Minister of the FC FCT, Nyesom Wike, are expected to meet tomorrow to harmonize conditions for resolving the lingering crisis within the party. Sheyi Makinde and that of Nyesom Wike will meet tomorrow to see if they can harmonize whatever situation they have within the People's Democratic Party, because already the party seems to be gone, like long gone. A high-ranking PDP leader and the National Publicity Secretary of the Tanimu Turaki-led National Working Committee, Ini Emobon, confirmed the development to correspondents, stating that the reconciliation panel would meet to address the current issues. The National Secretary, too, of the Wike-backed National Caretaker Committee, Senator Samuel Anyanwu, expressed confidence that the party would soon recover from its internal challenges. So, a source close to Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed said the governor, who had earlier declined the reconciliation move with Wike's faction, is now open to the process. Also stating that a committee comprising members and legal representatives from both camps met on Friday to identify areas and issues for reconciliation. A very big one is actually ongoing, but we have heard Wike disclose that he would not, or that, secretly say that the PDP should not present any presidential candidate for any reason. Now that the situation within the ADC is ongoing, the City Boy movement has commenced campaigns while the ADC is still ongoing with its registration, about to go about their national congresses. What then happens to delegates in that particular political party? How soon will they make announcement? Are they ready for what is coming up? As it stands now, you need serious finance. How do you beat what the City Boy movement intends to do, or what they're doing right now, with the kind of gifts and palliatives that they are sharing about? Chest freezers, generator sets, grinding machines, sewing machines. This is actually huge, coupled with the Ramadan iftar package that they've been packaging and giving across several bags of rice and ingredients, noodles, different packages. I would say that campaign has already begun. While the ADC is still trying to get themselves together, go about their registration, the APC has commenced full-blown campaign, and that means that they did not listen to INEC, because INEC has not kicked off the campaign season based on the timetable released by INEC. So maybe it's only the APC as it stands that can conduct their own campaign with all of the materials they are giving out there. Meanwhile, the ADC was supposed to sit in Rivers, in Cross River, and some thugs came and destabilized the place. They scattered the place and said they don't want anybody, any political party meeting in that state, only APC. This started in Edo. Obviously, during the local government elections in Lagos State, no other political party was allowed to campaign during the local government elections. And we're seeing when Rose Vival wanted to defect to the ADC, we saw what happened in Lagos State. So I don't know what this portends for the upcoming elections. Does it mean opposition political parties will not be given a free pass to campaign in other states run by the All Progressives Congress? What does this stipulate? The president said he's a Democrat. He has fought for democracy. So he hasn't said anything to all of this situation where opposition goes to an APC state, they ask them to leave, they disturb them, or they ransack the place and hurt them. The last time we saw gunshots being shot at opposition candidates. And with the situation right now, the outing in Imo State yesterday with the the City Boy movement, a couple of persons have said it's quite embarrassing, but hey, it's politics, right? Some people will say we will collect these items and then we'll still vote our conscience. Some persons will say, exactly what does voting of conscience mean? Now who go give me plenty money, now I go vote for. If you collect money for 10 minutes, 5,000, 10,000, and you suffer for the rest of your life, is that what you would prefer? Either way, the president has said that it's not easy. It's actually quite a difficult thing, and that we should stop hammering on him. He's not the only person. We should hold our governors, senators, House of Rep members, local government chairmen accountable because they are receiving funds. The president was very determined in stating that aspect. He says for now he knows that every time they call him, he actually tries to listen, but he cannot be the one to do everything. Let's take a very brief listen to the president while he was speaking with his supporters during the break of fast in one of the iftar gatherings with some of the senators. And I'll also play you how campaign went with the opposition way back in 2015. Like I said, this is our opposition. They are sleeping. They should meet Tinubu to teach them opposition.
Nigeria was teetering on the edge of bankruptcy. But having asked for the job and getting it. I can look back other than make corrections as I move along. Save the nation, bring it back from the brinks. Today I can stand proudly before you that we are back from their brinks. Can you imagine a nation that is owing the airline for reimbursement of their tickets and galloping exchange rates, galloping inflation? Yes, I accept the asset and liability of my predecessor because I asked for the job and it was given to me, right? So I have to do it. But if anybody tells you it's easy, it's a lie. You people are great minds. With fire on the bonnet. Thank you for inspiring me and challenging me in critical moments of my life. Very critical. Because if I look at various barrages of negative comments, positive aspect of the assignment, I shouldn't be here standing. That is the truth. You didn't spare me, but you challenged me, provoked that intellectual curiosity of a leader that must perform. That's the way I see it. I didn't categorize anybody as arch critical. No, I see them as simulators who can build a nation. We all want good for this country. There's no doubt about that. So no matter how critical an opinion is or on the edge of it, they want the goodness of the country. And there can only be one man at a time that will govern. I asked for the job, you gave it to me. Young people gave it to me. I have to do it. So accept liability of predecessor. No complaint. Do the job. Thank you very much.
All right, that was President Bola Ahmed Tinubu speaking there. However, way back in 2015, the very thing that the All Progressives Congress promised Nigerians way back in 2015, the big question is, have they been able to fulfill that promise? The APC had said that they would ensure that there will be no more insecurity in the country. They said that there will no longer be increment in fuel. Obviously, they also said that food will become cheaper. Quite a lot of promises in 2015. So what happened 10 years down the line? Let's listen to Adam Soshomole way back then.
Asiwaju and Fashola changed Lagos, so Buhari will change Nigeria. The way we change Edo and banish the godfathers, that is how Buhari will change Nigeria and banish all the corrupt people in government. The way Rotimi had driven away all the miscreants in Port Harcourt, that is how Buhari will chase away all those who have held Nigeria down over the past 60 years. I know that here in Ibadan, you are seeing on generator 60 years of democratic rule. I know that here in Ibadan, every family has at least 2 graduates who have no job because PDP has killed our factories. All the industries in Ikeja, PDP killed them. All the industries in Isolo, PDP killed them. All the industries in Apapa, PDP killed them. All the industries in Kano, Shalada, Bopai, PDP of change. I speak to you as a former president of workers. I understand the language. PDP believes that the exploitation of the majority is necessary for them to sustain the crude accumulation that they have subjected the country to. They have run out of lies. They promise what they will never deliver. Today they're asking you to pay what they call fees charge for electricity. When they give you darkness, they collect money from you. When they came to power in 1999, kerosene was 16 naira, diesel was 18 naira, petrol was 20 naira. Today, as we speak, the poor Ibadan woman is paying 150 naira.
In 2015, and funny enough, everything he accused the PDP of is exactly the same crime. The same thing that this political party in charge is being accused of: insecurity, fixed electricity. In fact, electricity is now expensive. No more subsidy on electricity, no more subsidy on fuel. The very same thing that made them protest in 2012. Companies actually left. Is a shriveled. You would actually say that the purchasing power of the poor Nigerian has reduced. The tax net has been widened. So many tax, fixed charges actually. So again, everything that they accuse the PDP of the time is basically what they are doing. So what changed? What happened? Where did the APC lose its way? Was it just to grab power by all means? Now, the big question also for the opposition political parties is, when they have everything to critique the government of the day on, why are they mute? What happened? Where is that brazenness? Where is the boldness to actually call out the government beyond tweeting on social media? What happened, and how did opposition become extremely weak at this time? Well, we're going to be looking into that in the course of the conversation this evening. Mr. Laba Ekundaya, good evening. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening. I don't know if you listened to me when I played the audio of Chibana Chief Priest in Imo State when they kicked off the City Boy movement. They say it's to empower women and obviously to enrich them in their own capacity. We saw some of the women. We saw how they outlined the gift. Tinubu and his wife. He has a very beautiful wife, by the way. She personally was inspecting all, the items: grinding machines, sewing machines, chest freezers. It was actually quite beautiful, and I was wondering, if they had all these things, why wait till now? I mean, why didn't you do this empowerment since possibly last year or possibly 2 years ago as a palliative, since you knew that you had removed fuel subsidy again? And this monies are plenty. We're also hearing that they're trying to give traditional leaders and the imams and sheikhs 500 billion naira to speak to their to speak to their people in the mosque, to support the All Progressives Congress. So this money that is in circulation for personal campaign, is it not taxpayers' money? Is it not Nigerians' money? Obviously, the opposition would not have the wherewithal to beat this, no matter how they're able to come together. But at this massive scale, I mean, go price how much a chest freezer is right now. Imagine buying it in quantum. And this particular City Boy movement is not just Southeast. You have it it's going to be in the Southwest, Northeast, North Central, all the 6 geopolitical zones. That's what the movement is coming up for.
Okay.
But something happened on Saturday. While they kicked off the City Boy movement, whatever, I think that was on Friday night when Kibana Chief Priest was speaking, he made some statements. He said that it is time for the Southeast to adopt knowledge, that this is an opportunity for the Southeast to get connected to the center, that they've tried it the previous way, which is fighting, but now it's partnership, and that now they have shown love to the presidency, Tinubu and the family, that they also expect the same. We don't know what that means. He also indicated that Tinubu has taken him to see the president, called him a friend, a brother, and they were so happy. But on Saturday, we saw the crowd that came to take out those items. A couple of persons felt it was quite embarrassing, and that, for the City Boy movement spokesperson, they said it was not the citizens themselves, that is the Imolites, that it was people from outside, that maybe they were sponsored to come, destabilize the place. What's your take on this?
One, those items, how many are they? One. Second,
how many are there? I don't understand.
How many items? How many were those items shared? Because if you are in Imo, we want to know the number of people who are in Imo, the women. How many of them got it? These are the questions. Who are those that you give it to? That's one. If you use your money, it's fine. You can give it to anybody you want. The question is it your money, personal money, or is government money? These are the two things. If it is government money, then you have no excuse giving it to certain people.
Okay.
Third, you are giving chest freezers in a situation, in a government that electricity is very erratic, where there's no electricity. In 30 minutes, they can do on and off for like 10 times. So who's going to use that? It will spoil all your equipment. Now, that is that. The fourth one, why is it coming up at this time? Why have you not done it long time ago? Why is it that it is time for campaign? And then, in fact, it's not even me that said it. The chief priest, the speaker said it himself. He said that they want to align to the center. So it's not a gift, it's a persuasion, it's a manipulation. Because each time he's talking, he's always referring to politics and to
politics now.
That's what I'm saying.
Politics.
That it's not actually a gift. It's a manipulation. It's a persuasion. So these are fundamental, aspects that we need to look at in what we see these days. Now, the fundamental issues are always neglected because this rhetoric is always the thing. They always see us as this thing they see every time. When you rear chickens, like if you are a farmer, the chickens will never get outside what you normally do for chickens. Every time you rear chickens every year, what is it? You put them in a house, one shed.
So what's the context? What's the context?
The context is, I have used that word manipulative.
Okay.
This is manipulative because you are bringing it in. For example, I said something like, how many are the people in Imo? How many females are in Imo?
There were many, actually.
Mm-hmm. So it was in one place, and you believe all the females came there.
They put it in a stadium, like a gathering for the women. Now, maybe there's a process to be a beneficiary. You may have written down your name. You may also have
card.
Exactly. You know how they go about it.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's basically, I'm sure, because the women wore uniform, so it tells it was properly organized. It's not just any kind of person that were given that package.
You see?
So the women may have. They may have been
selected,
exactly,
based on some certain criteria that is not
required
for
all. For them to exactly. Go ahead there.
Mm-hmm. So look, you see the one that happened in Ibadan some years ago, when those people wanted to give their gift, they called people. People came and then they received the gifts. There was no talking of politics. There was no talking of attachment to Central. There was no mention of any politician or political party. They just gave the gift out based on the fact that they feel like they need to help their
But some
people.
Nigerians have complained that it's not yet time for campaign. This is not the campaign. According to INEC's timetable, campaigns is not supposed to start now. But the City Boy movement has commenced a tour, City Boy movement tour. That is like the youth arm of the Renewed Hope agenda or the Renewed Hope initiative. They are the ones going about this what do you call it, campaign process,
giving rise to the north.
The rice aspect is not the campaign thing. The rice, well, maybe you can count it as part of it. They say it's for iftar. The Muslims are fasting. Okay. It's a package.
But you have forgotten that the Christians are fasting too.
It's a relief package.
Wait, the Christians are fasting too. We have not heard anything about those ones. So have you forgotten?
So it's a relief,
are they going to do that side too?
It's a relief package. No, let's educate ourselves in this. It's a relief package, and while this aspect is the Renewed Hope initiative, the City Boy movement, the youth wing, you will still have they have segments. They have different segments. The campaign for the youth wing has commenced. The others, the governors, they will soon start their own. Everyone is planning. But the thing is this, in the midst of this, it feels like there is an immunity given to them to start off this. No other opposition political party has commenced. The PDP is going through a court case. The Labour Party is almost extinct. The SDP may not even have the ground or the support that is required of it. Our court party only has one governor, and that's Governor Adeleke. They may match or show support to another political party. 3 weeks ago, Atiku Abubakar called all the opposition parties to come together so that they can become one. Kenneth Okonkwo buttressed the same thing in an interview that the only way APC can be dissolved and not come back in 2027 is if all the opposition come back together. But as it stands now, not all the political parties are coming as one. The PDP has decided to possibly see how they can rework things. As you can see, Sheikh Makinde and the Wike faction will likely meet tomorrow. Bala Mohammed, who was a strong supporter of the other faction of the PDP, that is the Turaki faction, is defecting to the All Progressives Congress. So there's a lot actually going on. So how would you say right now the major opposition party being seen is the ADC? Do you think they are ready? And there are talks that the people would think that will run may not be the ones that will run. So what's your take on that? Well,
one thing is the opposition have their own strategy. They may not want to diverge things because they know the way the system is working now is so very, very erratic and unpredictable. It doesn't follow the rules. Even my fear is even majorly this INEC, because I don't this election, I fear it. I'm not even interested in going to this election again.
No, please don't.
No, you know why?
Don't disincentivize.
I'm not decentralizing.
No, I said don't disincentivize.
No, okay, sorry.
They should come out and vote.
Yes, I'm not saying they should not come out. I'm saying my own. I fear. You know why? Because what I saw in Abuja, that election, in which the calculation of the political parties, what they scored and what INEC wrote, the same INEC, what INEC wrote for each party and what they put down as the total is totally different. So if
the officials at the wards wrote,
yes, the officials wrote for APC,
what was seen at the collation center.
I'm talking about the same sheet of paper.
It's different from what was seen at INEX collation
center.
No,
it's the same sheet of paper. The sheet of, when you write it, maybe PDP score 2, APC score 1. By the time you total everything, it's supposed to be the total is supposed to correspond. It's supposed to tally with what you have from what other on the sheet. What the party scored.
What you're saying is that what was collated at the polling booths is different from what was seen at the INEC collation center.
I'm talking about the paper. Listen, I'm talking about that ballot, that paper, the INEC paper in which they write the result of each party, what they scored. At the end of it, the same paper, at the bottom of it, you are going to write total of everything. The scores, and it's called that total did not tally with what the parties scored. That's what I'm telling you. It's a fear, because if a party scored 200 and eventually at the end of it you are writing like 20 and then you say go to court, that means you have already decided everything from the onset. That's my fear. I'm encouraging Nigerians to go and vote. I'm not saying I'm not encouraging, but I am telling the challenges that we are facing along the way. We need to think ahead. Now, APC have commented that I'm not talking against or for, but nobody is talking. If it is another party now that is not APC, there will be a lot of challenges from the arms of the government that's supposed to look into it. These are what we are saying. Now, the hope must not be lost. Nigeria must still keep on, trying to see how they can get out of these problems, because your life belongs to you. You have every means to fight for it. So Nigerians cannot give up. They still need to continue to find a way out of this thing.
Now, there are some Nigerians following the political space, following the upcoming elections, despite the All Progressives Congress saying that they're backing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for second term. They will still conduct their primaries. You know, you will still have other aspirants on the table, but obviously they've chosen the president. But there are some people who are saying that Tinubu may not run for 2027. He may step down and not contest the 2027 elections. If that is the case, then why are we seeing what we're experiencing with the opposition political parties? Or do you think it's a distraction strategy to supposedly make the opposition, you know, when I mean the opposition, think that nothing
what they are planning or whatever? That is a very cheeky method. It doesn't work. We all know it's written in the air that the president is going. So whosoever is saying that is very cheeky. It doesn't work with anybody. You just that one is whoever paid him to do that. As we just wasted his money.
An individual. Based on what is going on, they say it could be a distractive method. It could be a diversionary
with all this palliative being shared all over the place. If all those stuff being shared, it's waste of money.
With pictures,
and everywhere. Even if I see a picture of one, loads of rice, with pictures of the president on it, already ready to be shared and everything. Are you telling me that is a waste?
Do you think the APC will run with Shetima for VP 2027?
We don't know. The president has his own strategy
because of
doing things, and he makes all his decisions when it comes to politics. That's his style. So,
well, Isaac Fahishe has said that Tinubu will struggle to secure any meaningful vote in the Southeast region during the 2027 presidential election. But with what we're seeing, and this Obi Cubana chief priest, they're already on ground trying to convince people. Even for Cubana chief priest, he has always been an APC member. I was surprised when he said that in 2023 he was trying to do Igbo by supporting his brother, but now that was a mistake that he made. I'm shocked for him to have made that statement by saying you made a mistake
without telling us the reason.
Exactly. He just said he made a mistake. Yeah, that he made a mistake, that he's not going to do that again. But now he's being strategic with his new plan. But then, Obi Cubana chief priest, registered as an APC member in 2020-2021. So even before the elections, he has always been in APC. So is he part of the people who worked against the president, part of the party members who were in APC but worked against the APC?
Maybe I'll quote what Omokri said, that when you join APC, your brain shut down. Because these people, when they talk sometimes, they don't even remember what they say. It's like, do you think you are the only person living in the world? People who have seen what you have said, they have a record of what you have said.
No, I don't understand. I'm talking about the fact that he has always been an APC member.
That's what I'm saying. He's now saying that he was before he supported he's now, like he's talking to people who. That's why I said that what you have said, what you have done, people have records now. So why are you saying this? Don't you like? I don't want to say something too big. Like something is maybe it's not thinking straight at that moment. Because people know where you belong from the beginning. So why are you not saying that? Are you saying it to convince the people, or you are trying to sell something to them by lying? You get it? So your brain, like his brain shut down. It's now having a new brain entirely that is forgotten what he has been doing before. So these are things that we see. And now they speak the other one, they are speaking the same thing. That's why it's difficult for them to come out openly and face the press. They can't come to a debate and discuss. They can't have a discussion. They only come on social when they can have only the one-way type of a communication, which you only hold the mic, you talk to people, they clap, and that is that. Come to a debate and let us see what you can say. Let's face it, and then the people will now be able to see which direction they have to go. You are buying freezers where everybody is complaining about electricity. How will those people pay the bill? Where's the electricity to power all these things? You are bringing all these things now as a form of empowerment for who? Who has the money to sew new clothes these days? Everybody is managing whatever he has. Even your shoe, you see that you give it to this cobbler passing by to help you manage that part that has torn. You manage it and manage it. Who really make new ones these days?
You're offering 500 billion naira to traditional leaders to show support. Meanwhile, out of more than 200 million people, you could only release 36 million naira to the health sector. I mean, if you look at the major contrast, you could only release 36 million naira to the health sector out of 200 and something million that they asked for as part of their appropriation. You could only release 36 million, but you have 500 billion to give traditional leaders to supposedly speak with their members in their various mosques to support the APC. So that means all the monies that were released by the budget office approved were literally siphoned for purposes like this. Is that what it means? Because up till now, there's no accountability. Monies were appropriated for several sectors and parastatals and agencies. During the auditing, almost all of them complained that they were not even given up to 2 or 5% for them to complete their project. Meanwhile, from the BOSRI, the Ministry of Finance, monies went through, approved, stamped, and possibly released. Who collected this money? And how come the ministries, departments, and agencies are saying they do not have money to go about their records? We still have dilapidated buildings where you have NGOs and individuals having to go about showing people support. You still have dilapidated health centers, and then the governors are receiving FAC allocation, obviously, and all the ministries are saying no money is for them. You still have deplorable road conditions. There is no electricity. If you have 500 billion naira to give traditional leaders to show you support, if you had invested it in the power sector, at least a particular section would be getting electricity for now. Or if you had decided to rehabilitate some health centers across some of the regions, they'll be functioning and better. So where did all the money go? Who will ask questions for this money? And how come this is what we're hearing? 500 billion naira. Is it an individual's money or the people's money?
That's why there's no accountability. The place where you can get those things is through accountability. The money must go somewhere, or it must be somewhere. But when there's no accountability, and anybody who speaks out, that person finds himself being chased all over the place, or being put in detention by the security agencies or EFCC.
It's not even about accountability. It's about apathy, a complete disconnect to the people. 500 billion you were proposing to give
what about the one they spent for cleaning of the image of the government
500
abroad?
Billion naira. 500 billion at this time. And you're complaining you don't have money, and critical sectors are literally dilapidated.
Do you know that this Iran war, do you know that Nigerian government have made more money? Because the oil shot up. It went up to $100 and something per barrel. So how much was our benchmark? The question is, nobody is talking about the excess crude oil in that area. They're not talking about the excess crude oil, because government have made huge money from this war that is going on. It went up from the benchmark, from what we used to sell.
All right, let's come back to IPOB. The indigenous people of Biafra are accusing the Nigerian government of orchestrating what it described as a calculated plan to demonize the group. They unfabricate insecurity in the southeast, unleash violence on residents of the region. What happened? A press statement was issued on Sunday, signed by its media and publicity secretary, and the group alleged that the Nigerian government was collaborating with certain Igbo political elites to stage attacks and falsely attribute them to IPOB as a pretext for justifying military operations in the region. What happened? So there was some pictures about where they saw some bomb or the bomb factory. Apparently, the camera gave a precise location of where they found that bomb. It was not in Imo State. It was not in the southeast. It was in the southwest. According to the statement, the claims followed a report by an online platform, Parallel Facts, alleging that images of an improvised explosive device recovered in Lagos and Oyo states were falsely attributed to IPOB activities in Imo State. So, if you know, normally when they take some cameras, when you take pictures, they put in location and all the details. On that picture, it was Oyo State, Lagos State. Then the Nigerian army uploaded it. They blanked that location aspect and said they found it in the southeast, which brought the speculation of that some of the issues in the southeast is fabricated by the government to create a sense of unrest, where you have a lot of military personnel on ground who will extort and possibly kill their youth. Do you think that's the case? Why would such a thing happen?
The thing is this: if it is not true, let the government come out.
It's across social media.
Let them come out and debunk it. Let them come out. Otherwise, we will accept it as the truth, because silence means consent.
Because the group is saying that the images were allegedly posted on March 12, 2026 by Lieutenant Colonel Olabisi Olalekon Ayeni, acting deputy director of Army Public Relations for the 82 Division, who reportedly claimed they were recovered from an alleged IPOB bomb factory during Operation Udoka. The group alleged that metadata and side-by-side comparisons unmasked this fraud. The original images time-stamped to 2024 incidents in Okeogun, Oyo State, were blurred and repurposed to fuel anti-Igbo hysteria. It says this is no mere error, it's a calculated ploy to justify the ongoing massacre of innocent Biafrans, the destruction of the communities, and the economic strangulation of Igbo land. They're claiming the Nigerian government was intensifying propaganda against the group as legal proceedings involving Nnamdi Kanu approaches a critical stage. Something that happened way back in 2024. They repurposed it, uploaded it, and said they found it in the southeast in March 12, 2026. Something that was taken in 2024.
That's it. Now, if this is serious allegation, it's very, very serious allegation. If in fact it's even can be attributed to treason, because dangerous. You can cause some kind of an attack against a certain section of the country, a community. Because people say, "Oh, is it true they want to blow?" And then there'll be some kind of attack against this community or some kind of hatred towards them. So the government has to come out and say it is not true. Otherwise, the people will accept it as the truth and they will take it as against the government. Because this is very, very wrong for you now to take something like that and attribute it to a certain section of the people in the country in order to generate stigmatization against them. It can generate stigmatization. It can even generate some kind of phobia against these people. Now, this is a very serious case. Yeah. And this is not the only one. I haven't heard about the Aero-5 one in which they said they went to his house, they found things to eavesdrop. Yes, and then they were mentioning phone, flash drive, power bank. I was wondering, so you can use your phone to tap into somebody's. Are we fools? My God. And then they made this all look so big. People were saying, "Hey, that's that people." Some people were already having some kind of phobia against this man. And then later, they now, we see people publishing what they saw. And then it was now between people were now confused. Which one should we believe? You can see, I don't understand what exactly is going on. I don't. Now, so many things happening here and there. We don't even know which direction we are going. And then even for us to choose leaders is even so it's an uphill task. For you to have confidence in your vote is something that you are afraid of. You are even doubting. You see people, you talk to them, get your PVC vote. They will tell you, am I even sure that my vote will count? Is that what will depend? Is that the way we want to live together? Some people say sovereign state. What is sovereign about all this? What is sovereign about all this? I saw one news in which they said that a gun factory, they busted one gun factory and they were measuring 2 AK-47 and 10 Dane guns. You're going to wonder, in a factory. So that is the only thing they produce in a factory. Two, you enter a factory and then you can see so many things. So what are we going to believe? What? A lot of things is happening in this God. We just pray that God should help us. That's the only thing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get your take on this. Do you think the ADC is actually trailing behind? Nobody knows. We keep hearing they're strategizing. By 2015 or 2014, the APC wasn't showing any strategy. They were outrightly already, trying to dent the image of the ruling party, which was the People's Democratic Party. They were saying all forms, and they were not just tweeting. They were literally on the streets. They had begun campaign. So in the ADC, what exactly is happening? And then if they decide to not zone, since it's a time to polarize the party further, it's a very big question that needs to be responded to with how the ongoing registration is happening. El-Rufai is still in detention. We don't know whether he's going to commence his own e-registration, because basically you must get e-registered membership card before April 2nd, and El-Rufai will still be in detention until possibly April. That is if the court does not sit early enough, or if we don't hear that his case has been postponed again. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to know what your take is on the conversations we have had. Also, for the People's Democratic Party, Bala Mohammed is moving to the All Progressives Congress. Now you have Governor Sheyi Makinde, whom we heard rumors maybe joining the ADC, but we've not heard or seen any move yet. Maybe a lot of them are waiting to see how the primaries will go before more of them actually try to join. But I don't think there may be room for anybody joining after the e-registration time has been called out, because if you join another political party before the actual time where the expiration of membership registration is done with, there'll be no point you defecting to another political party unless you just want to be a spectator or a bystander, all right? Or you don't need any office, you don't want to be part of any office whatsoever. The All Progressives Congress are done with theirs. They're still continuing, but possibly the minor part of it, until the major convention is to take place. So right now, if Peter Obi does not pick the ADC ticket, what happens? If Atiku does not pick the ADC ticket, what happens? What if Jonathan is being chosen as the presidential flag bearer of the ADC? Will he be a major obstacle for the APC? Let's see and know what your thoughts are. The number to call is 080-3692-9933. 080-3692-9933. The WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Remy. How are you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Welcome.
Hello, can you hear me?
Remy, I can hear you. You're calling on WhatsApp. You know how it goes. I can hear you.
Yeah, this is Remy. Good evening. Greetings to Mr. Lawal.
Good evening, sir.
Yes. When you started, you said, how come the opposition are not that combative like the APC were in 2015? And I think it's more rhetorical, and I will bring the truth back to you in a way. How come the media isn't combative the way they were in 2015? Because I was also, the same way I called into your show, I did that too, pre-2015. And I knew how the tolerance, I knew you were on another platform then too, how we were allowed to speak freely, express our views without being stifled. After 2015, that stopped. It got to a point, some radio stations stopped taking calls. It was strictly by text. I know you could recall. So, what has happened? The APC is intolerant, and they're doing everything possible. So, I think if we keep saying how come the opposition are not that combative, the answers are right here before us. It's either we accept the answer to be what is it called? We choose to be critical or about it. We can see what they're doing to oppositions now. How Badebe wanted to defect another party. 3 different venues were attacked. So how else do you expect that? If the citizens want to protest, they will come against the people. You will see police at every nook and cranny. They will tell you they had intel that people will take over. You know, all sort of things. So what they are doing now, just like what happened in which state where they are sharing this palliative or whatever, the idea is keep them poor. So when you offer them crumbs, they'll be happy about it. And that is what has been happening. And that is the trick about this whole thing. Keep Nigerians poor. So by next year, when they offer you peanuts, you'll be so glad because you believe that is the only gain, the only thing you can get in the so-called administration of APC. So how we are going to get out of this, I don't know. It lies both on the citizens and the media. You guys are being stifled. You can't say some things on air. You dare not.
Form, which is unconstitutional. In 711, the 2 backyard, after they fail their primary election, they come to backyard and they enter to Senate. They become Senate president. And all this thing because it's an APC and nobody is challenging them. Then, to come with the example of someone from from Adia State, the same Abga that joined APC, he was not challenged. So they just want to radical Abaribe That is one. Secondly, we know this is not the first time in practice that they're fabricating all sorts of things to eliminate our youth. All the days time they say, I pop, I'm not doing anything. It is the people that in the Bulgaria, a group of people that come to come to practice to kill our youth in the name of our pop. They neutralize our practice in the name of our pop. But that's not understanding. We know them. What will vacate us from them? Then lastly, let me talk about APC with the propaganda. In 2015, I heard what Osomole said. Compare what Osomole said and what's happening now. In 2015, a kerosene was 15 naira a liter. Now 1,000 something a liter. Fuel was 87 naira a liter. Now going to 1,005 now. Then for back of rice is 7 naira, 7,000 naira. Now at 40 to 50,000 naira. So all this propaganda, all this thing they said that they would do, what were they able to actualize? Nothing. We I do worse than 2014 to 1919. I mean 1999. The APC have nothing to show. Okay, look at now they are distributing palliative. What we have today is government. When they give you palliative,
I need to take more calls. Okay, I've been waiting for you to land, and we have limited time. Thank you very much. All right. Hello. Good evening. How are you?
Hello. It's a good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Django. Calling from Ikorodu.
Welcome, sir. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Ikunda. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. You're welcome.
Thank you. Figure, Esther. Let me shock you. The no amount of money or gifts, or we call it palliative, that APC will give to Nigeria. Understand? But we convince them that APC is the right party to take Nigeria to the promised land. If they like, they should share whatsoever thing they want. I believe that come 2027, we go out and vote for who we want. But my greatest fear is the INEC. This current INEC, to me, I think it's going to be worse than Professor Mahmoud. But we didn't pray like that. But then Nigeria should go out and vote. Then we stand and protect our vote. Now, the alleged 5 billion naira that they allege that the APC is planning to share to the cleric from the north. I know that will be their work.
Not 5 billion naira, 500 billion.
Yes, 500 billion naira. Can you imagine? Where do they get that money? We Nigeria, we are suffering. All the money is from our tax. They overtax us. They, the first subsidy, they remove everything. Now they keep the money aside. They want to do, to make their vote to be count. I believe that this time around, all the Northerners, I strongly believe that all the eyes are open now. They will not do something. But this time around, it's going to be a new thing, and the eyes are open. Now, last one, Esther, I want to thank you so much for the work that you have been doing. God bless you. And listener of the program. Also, my pastor did listen to your program every day. He loves your program.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you for calling. All right, 08036929933, 08036929933, and the WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338, 0817-1756-338. That is the WhatsApp number. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello.
Good evening. Welcome. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Lloyd. I'm by hailing to you.
Good evening, sir.
It is not an easy thing because they said that for criminals, illegality becomes an accepted norm. It becomes an ethical standard of an organization or institution. So what I'm saying is this: in your effort to study the distinction between two organizations or an institution, you begin to look at their characteristics. Let me tell you something. See, we want to. It's like Nigerians are beginning to minor measure in the sense that you see, you must be afraid of any government that said that talks about the acceptance of forging certificates. Do you know what that means? No military government can say so. No military decree can be able to say so. And we are beginning to minor it. And it is a measure. And we are talking about politics. Do you know what it means? That you can't prove your legality in terms of forging of certificate. That it is not. That means you are beginning to illegality is not proving legality. Illegality is not proving legality. Of a serious thing, I don't understand. And again, talk about the palliative. I listen for the background check of what I think in India. They said, if you want to have the if you do whatever they bring on, collect your own. Carry two machine, carry two right. So they know what I do. Even if I am willing, I will grab my own. This is what I'm saying. If I am willing, I will grab my own. So that is it. So Nigerians are beginning to minor the measure. The major thing now is how could illegality prove legality? Do you know what it means? Certificate forgery. And we are saying Nigerians, you go to school. You know, there are slogans that say.
All right, thank you very much. Please, when you call, just say what you have to say and drop so we can accommodate other calls, okay? Please. I will always wait for you to land, but I think you've been able to say your main point. You guys have not seen what more the city boys want to do. You guys are making comparisons. They have not kicked off in other regions. So they started in the southeast. They haven't even displayed what they're bringing for the southwest and the north central and the northeast and the northwest. So I hope that when you see what they intend for other regions, people's mouths will not drop, because the kind of money these guys have and the plan they have already is something else. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello, the WhatsApp guy. I picked your call. Hello. Okay, he muted. All right. Good evening. How are you?
Hello.
Good evening. What's your name?
Yeah.
Hello. You're fading. Put your phone close to your mouth, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Good evening. What is your name?
Yeah, mobile from my 12.
Welcome, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay. I want to say something about these Akpabio, you understand? It's a shame. It's very, very shameful that as a former governor, one of the biggest projects you have in your state was a cathedral. Do you understand? See, these guys are fooling us in this country because they believe that religion is all about that. That is what fools our head in this country. Please, our people should know something very well, and our people should understand that religion, that is not what in fact, okay, let me go to another thing. About these our people that is, about citizens that is sharing that, please, Nigerians, you guys should collect it because it's your money. It's your money that they are spending like that. Yes, you should collect it and go and vote for your person that you want to go and vote. I'm coming to Nigeria and coming to petrol issue. It's very, very sad that a big country like Nigeria do not have a reserve. Let's look at what different countries across the world are doing currently now to, in fact, help their citizens on the issue of this petroleum. Look at countries like Bangladesh. Look at countries like Philippines. Look at countries like US, as an example. Look at countries like, in fact, see, this our government, and this present government is the government that first of all come and promise us that is going to supply electricity for us. And look at today, look at where we are driving to. In fact, thank you and God bless you guys.
Thank you. Mr. Lawale Kundayo, to be honest with you, I would have expected the government to subsidize petrol this time, since we now have a refining establishment, which is Dangote. Dangote buys crude from the Nigerian government, although they sell to Dangote at the international rating. The government is making serious money this period under the guise of the US-Israel-Iran war. That's the honest truth. I know that some European countries are going through it. The UK, the US, their own fuel, the palm price has, increased exponentially in the way they sell. But that's because those are not all producing nations. They're not all producing nations, and that's because they cannot get the product downside. But then their own place is deregulated. What you buy in this filling station is not what you buy in another filling station. But the problem is this: Nigeria is a crude. We produce crude. We have crude as our own mineral resource. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
So even if what is going on in the European Union or in the Middle East is happening, we are not supposed to have an issue. And does it mean that if a refinery like Dangote was not yet operational, that's what would have happened to us?
Do you know we said that Ghana has a refinery? Ghana.
What would have happened to us? And then I asked the question the last time. I said, what is stopping the federal government from setting up a fresh refinery? Now, I spoke with Mr. Segun Shokwiton. He says because there is a massive attitude of corruption in this government. And so corruption will not make that thing thrive. But it behoves on the government to be decisive to ensure that there will be no corruption. No, I'm serious. If there is a will, it will happen.
The government has been paying.
What I'm trying to say is this, sir. If Tinubu says we want to set up a refinery and we're not going to let any bad eggs create any sense of corruption, that thing will be deflated, it will work. But when the government cohabitates, hogs corruption, when you have allies and you've given all the major contracts to your allies, you'll be very soon Chaguri will become the president of this country.
Let me tell you something again, which I said I think last week, that the president declared subsidy gone the day he got into, that very hour he was sworn in. Is that not it? Why didn't he declare refinery that the money we are wasting is gone? This refinery will now establish a new refinery in the next 6 months. The money we are spending yes, we are voting money into something that is not working. This money will be used to put the refinery in place.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, my name is Abraham.
Go ahead, sir. Calling from where?
From Yanapaja.
All right, go ahead.
I think we practice secret ballot system in Nigeria. Is it not possible for somebody to vote and nobody will know who you voted for?
It's possible.
So, I don't think we should bother about giving this palliative and whatever. For me, all I know is that I can never vote for APC again. That one is not possible. But if they give me something, I'll collect it. They vote for whom I want to vote for. At anybody that is going to vote for APC in the coming election, probably the person is not in Nigeria. Because there's nobody in Nigeria that will tell me now that that what is going in Nigeria now is not touching him. So then if we practice, as I've said, if we practice a secret ballot, then let us collect whatever they want to give us. Then we'll go and vote them out because they will not know whom we voted for. That's my contribution. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Oh well, we need a city boy contribution here at VOPO. Our people need assistance. Yes, so it's true. A lot of persons who have health issues and they're asking for assistance. Let's assist them. We're open for palliative. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Yes, my name is Tinubu. I'm calling from the country.
Welcome, sir. Please go ahead.
And good evening to your guests in the studio.
Good evening, sir.
I want to assure Nigeria. This is my first time of calling your English show. I've been listening to you.
Welcome.
Yes. So there is no way Tinubu will survive 2027. Mark my word. Whatever they give Nigeria.
Why are you so confident?
Whatever they give Nigeria, you should collect it. That man is not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. Believe me, if you write it today, this is my first time of calling. My name is Tinubu. Tinubu is not going anywhere. Nigeria has suffered enough. I know what happened to me when I campaigned for Goodluck Jonathan. When my sister was calling me, you should check our brother whether it's surviving. But I'm saying Tinubu is not going anywhere. Nigeria, we have seen enough. Thank you, VOP. for enlightening Nigeria. You guys, you OEPs, everybody, Mr. Darlington and all. Yango, all of you guys. We have suffered enough. Tinubu is not going anywhere. Thank you.
Thank you very much. What does it mean by not going anywhere? Is it that he's not traveling or?
No, it's not contesting.
It's not contesting. Hello, good evening.
Yes. Good evening, Esther.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I'm Sonny calling from Casablanca.
From Casablanca. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. So I want to say a few things about Nigeria. Sometimes it's truly disheartening and discouraging to some of us who goes in and out of Nigeria when we see how other countries are moving forward. Then when we come back home, you meet darkness, you meet stories, you meet psychophants who are defending the backwardness. Then sometimes I say, is it lack of exposure? Is it primitivity? Is it that Nigerians are one of the most primitive people in the world or even in Africa? Because to say about Africa, Nigeria is holding Africa down. Because Nigeria have not moved forward. Every bad thing that's being practiced today in any other Africa, be it in politics, be it in any aspect of life, the majority of them are being taken from Nigeria, are being learned from Nigeria. So Nigeria has become the downfall, the black sheep of Africa. It's very unfortunate that even at this stage, where the people we have in position of leadership are so shameless of themselves, they don't look at the mirror, they don't see themselves at the mirror as they say, what will the world and the future generation tell of me when I'm gone? Sometimes when I look at those who have stolen so much money from Nigeria and today they are big men of Nigeria, because if you ask me, every billionaire out of 100 billionaires in Nigeria, 80 or 90 of them is through public fund, is through our money, through our tax and wealth and oil and all that. It's not through hard work. It's not through what they produce, because we produce nothing. But we have billionaires who produce nothing, who never sell anything to the world, who never sell anything, who never manufacture, who you can trace they are starting to where they are. They never really done anything important, but they are billionaires. A country that is not functioning properly, where things are done upside down. A country where those who labor earn nothing and those who do nothing earn much. So at the end of the day, when I look at this, the generation of 60s, 50s, 60s, who are now leading Nigeria, I'm ashamed of them. I don't know where they gathered, be it in Senate, be it wherever they gather in their political brouhaha of a thing. When they gather, what did they tell themselves about this country, about the future? Because today, people like Gowon and Co, they are already going. If they are not gone, they are back going, which everybody will go. So these ones will also go someday. And we tell, and those who will be alive, the next generation will tell their story. All they are doing today are not in hidden. The days of Gowon in 60s, there were no social media, there were no records and other things were not properly kept. But today, these records are being kept. But those who say lies, people like Lai Mohammed and all, what did they really take of themselves in the nearest future? It's unfortunate. Nigeria is not moving forward, but the most painful part of it is those who defend this nonsense, thinking they are defending tribe and other. I told them that companies are folding, multinationals are going. The few home-based investors are getting discouraged. People like us who invested at home, some of our company crumble. You get tired of buying fuel, buying diesel, paying salary, government collecting tax from you, returning you, giving you nothing in return and all that. Then you ask them, what you are defending? Where will your children work in the next 20, 30 years? What will you be when you are old, when these people are gone from power? Salome.
It is well.
When these people are gone from power, where will you be? You know, they don't think tomorrow. They're thinking maybe APC want to give you rice and beans today so you eat. Imagine as early as of 2015, we didn't know what was palliative. Nigerians were feeding with your 200 naira, which is $1.2 or what was it? Yeah, I think $1.2 thereabout. Your 200, you can feed in a local restaurant, mama put with water, you eat fish in it. Your 200 naira. That same 200 naira today cannot buy you bottled water. And some people, I don't want to call their names, are defending this nonsense, saying because no, he's repairing. What is he repairing? This is what Buhari repaired for 8 years, and he's repairing the same thing. What exactly are they repairing? There cannot be refinery. We cannot build standard roads like any other country in the world. We cannot do things well. Things that's supposed to cost us $1 million, in Nigerian government we take $500 million to do it. We're just want to be eating ourselves, deceiving ourselves, going nowhere. It's unfortunate to be in Nigeria. It's so.
All right, let's take a listen to this. This is Sunday Boho, yes, and a proud APC member now.
For second time, beyond 2027, 100%. 100%. That's it. I don't. That's why I do more to be willing. That's why I do lie. After I do my that's why I do. After Baba, I belong for another extra. I don't make it. I got you, Baba. What about you? I told you guys. Bolo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o gbé àtìkù wèrè kan àbófin wèrè kan wálé yorùbá. Bolo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ alágbàlagbà. Lọ́wọ́ ìgbòho aṣáájú lórí 100% kó láti dìbò. Sọ̀rọ̀ náà aṣáájú ni o.
All right, Mr. Lawal Kundaya, were you listening?
Yes.
What the Yoruba part? Can you help me interpret?
It's just saying that aṣáájú ni. That means aṣáájú is the one.
He mentioned Peter Obi and Atiku. Did you hear that part?
No, I didn't get it well.
You were not concentrating, Mr. Lawal Kunda. You were supposed to concentrate. I think he said, like, Atiku, Peter Obi, they should not come down to this region to campaign or something like that. They should not bother coming to the southwest to campaign. Atiku, Ashwaju for life, and, you know. So anyways, I guess that's it. He has committed himself to ensuring that the president comes back in 2027. Hello, good evening, how are you?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. What's your name, please?
Yeah, my name is Emmanuel. I'm calling from Agege.
All right, Emmanuel, please go ahead.
Yeah. Do you still care about the interpretation? I should just...
Please, thank you very much. Help me interpret, please. Thank you for focusing. I was watching ball. Yes, I can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I said, do you still care about that Sunday Igboho's interpretation? I should just go...
Interpret it, please.
Okay, like what you was trying to say is that like there is no that Ashwaju is the one for the next election, that even if he is going to spend after his 8 years, even if possible, he will still spend for Atiku, and then will be to come and campaign in their hand there, in this southwest and all that. But my own point is this, Madam Esther. We know the government that we don't want. Which government is the potential government that we are looking up to? Because as far as I'm concerned, the only presidential candidate of next year, that is if God allows, is APC Tinubu. And then the other party that we should have focused on, I don't even know the person. The reason why we are talking about a hopeful Nigeria is because of Peter Obi. He's the only man of integrity for me, in my own opinion. But now, which party is Peter Obi? Is he the presidential candidate of which party? I don't know. So these are the confusion that is coming close to my way. Because the only person I know now is this network is Tinubu that is doing all the campaign. But how about other political parties and their candidates? I don't know. So please, if there is anything Mr. Lawal can say on that, I would just appreciate.
All right, Mr. Lawal.
But one thing I know is this. No matter what you do, don't forget that somebody else can do it.
Mr. Lawal, he asked a very direct question. For now, it's the APC has decided it's only Bola Tinubu that we know that is the presidential candidate for 2027. For the opposition, we don't know yet. SDP, they're saying is Adebayo. AAC, maybe they will conduct their own primary, but we know it's Showore. So for the ADC that is considered as the major opposition right now, they never choose. Convention is in April. Until then, we will know. But the buzz, the adrenaline, the people that want to do what they want to do, they can't wait till that time. So they're asking questions. Should they adopt a consensus candidate? But the ADC is saying no. They're going to do things democratically. No zoning. And that's why they're asking people to come and join, come and register, so that if you're a member, your desired principal can emerge as a flag bearer. And that's what is causing the derailment for the ADC. In fact, it's still causing confusion amongst them. But they said, the people that are there said they have their plan. So, and then no. 0803692. Good evening.
Hello, Esther. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you? Welcome.
My name is Peter. Mr. Lawal. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, I listened to the that you played of APC campaign in 2014. I think that's the best campaign that the opposition can use to campaign.
Exactly.
That's the best. You don't need any other thing again.
Exactly.
Just play media houses to play that campaign for you. That is all we need. And Tinubu has destroyed every fabric of democracy in this country. Before APC came to power, election campaign starts when INEC says
yes.
It's starting. But now, since 2023, APC has been campaigning. INEC did not say anything. When I was in secondary school, they taught us that there are three arms of government. The legislature, the judiciary, and the executive. What happened to the judiciary? What happened to the legislators? Akpabio was reading the letter of the defectors, was laughing. Is that the kind of Senate that people will be proud of in the world? I've never watched an American Senate president reading first I think I will be smiling. Look at the way Akpabio was smiling. I don't understand what was amusing him. That's the kind of country that we have degenerated to, a laughing stock among the community of nations because of one man. And I watched the palliative picture. It is under APC that since I've become of age, it's under APC that I know what they call palliative. Under APC, because when PDP was there, I never knew what they call palliative, but APC came and brought palliative. They are planning to give 500 billion to clerics to advertise them. I don't understand. How do we Jesus, this is so demoralizing. Offices are closing, they are giving out 500 billion to people to campaign for you, and you say you are doing well, and you say it is renewed hope. How is the hope renewed? That you have to pay people to campaign for you. Jesus, that's that one done.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I sincerely do appreciate you being part of the conversation this evening. My name is Esther Machuku. Thank you. This is a wrap-up of the Political Spotlight. Mr. Lawal Ekondaya, thank you for coming in this evening. We have another program coming up next. I'll be seeing you tomorrow by the grace of God for the evening rush. To kindly stay with us while we'll continue to update and enlighten you on issues across, our polity and strive for a better Nigeria together. Good evening.
osisi aka akpara ya bụ kedu ihe anyị gara ime ma ewezuga okwu Chineke na-adịgide ka ọ dị na mbụ ka ọ dị ugbu a ka ọ ga-adịgide ruo mgbe ebighị ebi ya mere sonyere Tobechukwu Kasmia Tohamson nwoke malụ mma n'ihe emume anyị kpọrọ igirigi ndụ bụ maka ịkwalite ndụ mmụọ gị ndụ ekpere gị nakwa ndụ ọnụ arụ gị. Igirigi ndụ ga na-abịara gị kwa ụbọchị Sọnde izu ụka niile ma ya kụọ elekere 9 nke abalị. Ọ bụ na Voice of the People 90.